Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Moxie Coaching Podcast. My name is Michelle, and I'll be your host as we explore what coaching is and how it can help you create your best life. If you're anything like me, it's important to you to give back in some way. Maybe it's volunteering in the soup kitchen. Maybe it's donating $1 million to environmental research. It doesn't really matter. I started coaching and podcasting because I'm just one person who can only do so much alone. And I realized that through coaching and through podcasting, I could help and support those of you who want to do good works and exponentially increase the amount of good that I'm able to do. So if this sounds like you, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Be well. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Moxie Coaching Podcast. Michelle here, and I wanted to thank you again for being here before we get started. And also just one kind of long announcement, I apologize. But I hope you'll be excited about it. I am working on 2 new tarot courses. Both of them are beginner courses. One will be a free introduction to the tarot. Basic introduction, the things that we talked about at the very beginning of this podcast. What are the suits? What are the meanings of the suits? What are the major arcana? What are the minor arcana? All of those foundational elements. And that will be kind of a quick and dirty free course, and that will be followed with a paid course. I have no idea what price point. We're just going to wait and see how the course comes out. But this paid course is introducing a system that I'm trying to put together that will help somebody who wants to learn how to read the tarot, is interested in, actually doing the work and learning the card meanings and all of those things. And the system I'm developing is a card system. But the whole goal is to take someone who has that foundational knowledge that we talked about and wants to dive into reading the tarot with gusto. And the system that I'm developing, I think, is going to help people do that and actually get somewhere earlier in their tarot reading journey, because it can be a while when you start to read the cards before you feel like you're really getting a lot of actual value out of your readings. So this course, or this combination of courses, is designed to, let's say, just jump start one's ability to actually glean some useful information from the tarot when they first start to use it. And the whole reason I'm telling you all of this information right now is because I am looking for somewhere around 6 people to pilot the program when it's completed for me. And it would be completely free for you. And what I would ask in exchange would just be honest feedback: what worked in the course, what didn't work in the course, what you think might be beneficial to add, what's unnecessary, all of those types of things. And that feedback would come either through a simple survey, or potentially, if people were open to it, I would love to have a half-hour Zoom meeting just to break down and really get people's feedback. If that is something that you might be interested in participating in, and I'm thinking from a time perspective, maximum for the 2 classes and the feedback, 2.5 hours, maybe 3. But in exchange, of course, you get all of this free information and access to me, answering any questions that you might have about the tarot and all of those types of things. So if you are interested in being one of those people, please drop me an email at the email address in the show notes, and I will get back with you and we'll take things from there. Okay? I would love to hear from you. As I said, this week we are talking about the energetic reading for the collective, and then, our little mini readings for the month of June. So full disclosure here, I actually started pulling cards for the energy for the collective, and they were all really depressing. They were all, exactly what you would expect. So I think that what I'm going to do, we all know what the energy is right now. I mean, in general, certainly. So how about if instead of focusing on what energy is coming at us, we focus on things we can do to counteract that energy. Things that we can do as a collective to shift that energy, to improve it, to cleanse it. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. And we have the Fool, the Sun, and the Five of Pentacles. So looking at these cards from the perspective of positive energetic support, things that we can do to improve the energy around us, in the world, globally, all of those things. The Fool is kind of an interesting card because it came up as well in the card of just the general energy of the month. And from that perspective, being the Fool was kind of scary. But from this perspective, I love it because the Fool is about to set off on a journey. And it's the energy that we're looking at here, not the actions of the Fool. We're looking at the energy of him. So his energy is this one of excitement and of positive expectation. One of looking for adventure. One of not being so set in our ways, not being so set in our beliefs that we can't look at what's around us. And just like the Fool's energy asks us to be open to experiences, how about we use it to be open to ideas, to the energy, to the possibility that everyone who thinks slightly differently than we do is not an asshole. It's it's like giving up this it's like giving up a preconceived notion. So think about that. If we could all give up our preconceived notions of everyone and simply base our existence with everyone else on our interactions with them, on our conversations with them, on our ability to connect with them, and all of those things, it would be kind of this world of like fun and possibility, and not this place where the tribalism is getting extreme, right? So, all that to say, what am I trying to say? In this case, use the Fool energy as a way to look at the world playfully. There we go. Wow, that took a long time. Use this energy to look at the world playfully, to look at other people playfully, to look at experiences playfully. And with a certain level of innocence that the Fool brings, right? Without all of this massive level of preconceived notions and negative vibes that we're carrying forth that aren't even our own experience. You know, it's something we heard so and so doesn't like so and so, so now we don't like so and so. You know, it's getting utterly crazy and ridiculous. So use this Fool energy, use this youthful, innocent, playful energy to move through the month of June and see what you're able to learn by shifting your energy a little bit. And this is clearly just a suggestion, but just think about it. You know, if we could all shift our attention, or if we could all shift our way of being from the rigid way of being that most of us are right now, to an open, flexible, malleable, creative way of being, how much that could have the potential to change things. Okay? Now, the Sun. The Sun is typically a card of great success. It's a very, very, very positive card. One of, if not the most positive card in the deck. So it's really nice to see in this reading where we're talking about what type of energy is there to support us. What type of energy can we work to embody right now for the greater good? And the Sun is what comes to mind for me in this situation is all of the conversation that we have had over the last number of years about women feeling, keeping themselves small. And the energy behind this card is not small, my dears. The energy behind this card is big and bold, bright, happy, positive energy. And so I'm kind of getting this vibe that it's like just a continuation of that. You are not too big for this space energy. You are allowed to be as big and take up as much space in this world as you want. And so I think it's this invitation for us as a society, to sort of step into something bigger. For those of us who are paying attention, for those of us who want to make change, to let go of feeling like we don't have any control, to let go of feeling like we don't matter because all we can do is, one vote or collect signatures or whatever. If the world is going to respond to our energy, then we want our energy to be as uplifted and strong and powerful as possible. And this card is there to give that to us, to gift that to us, okay? So take the opportunity this month to embody that Sun energy, to figure out how it works for you. What does it mean for you to be openly, joyfully, wonderfully yourself? Something to think about. All right. And then the last card is the Five of Pentacles. What you see is an old woman and a young boy, both clearly destitute, who are passing by a church. And the lights are on in the church. It's clear that there's a welcoming presence there. It's clear that there is help to be had there. And that's the vibe behind this card. So if we look at it from an energetic perspective, where is the help to be found, right? Where, if we look at ourselves as the little boy and the older woman, where can we stop and look up and see basically just some of the good stuff around us, to notice where there is support, to notice where there is something lovely, to notice where someone helped someone. And I know that sounds really Pollyanna, but it's really easy when we get into everything sucks mode to kind of wallow there and to feed that icky monster kind of thing. So yeah, so this is just a suggestion, a very brief, hey, things might be difficult right now, but if you just look up, you're going to notice that everything is not awful, that there is support. And coming up in this particular reading under, what type of energy is out there to support us? What can we do? I think that this card is a reminder to us to lift our heads up when we're feeling low, when we're feeling down, depressed, struggling, like a lot of us are right now. A lot of people have a tendency just to kind of hermit up in their own little safe cave. And this card is, in a way, a suggestion that we don't do that we look around us for support, that we look around us for community. We look around us for people with similar interests, similar value systems, all of those types of things. So the combination of these three cards, I think, is kind of cool from the perspective of the energy for the month, in terms of moving things forward, in terms of, ways that we can support ourselves and others by being open to an innocent like the Fool. Okay, being open to new experience, being open to new ideas, being open to different things, and have that sense of adventure and innocence, as opposed to, or cultivate that sense of innocence, as opposed to, walking through your days or our days jaded and always looking. I feel like so many people right now, including myself on some days, I'm always looking for something to be pissed off about, because there's always something, right? And so this card is asking us to shift from that. And as we shift from that, embrace who we are, embrace everything we are, and share that with everyone else. Use the power and the energy behind the sun to share your awesome self. Even, like I said, even if it's just little teeny tiny things, you're more amazing than you realize. And you have your own energy, you have your own light. And this card is saying we all, as a collective, need to step into that for ourselves. And that will help heal things, even just a little bit. And then lastly, we just need to be open to what's around us, not keep our heads down, not live in a space, or energetically live in a space of everything sucks, everything is negative all the time. We need to, at least on occasion, lift our heads up, look around, see what help is available, see what supportive energy is available in the universe for us. So since we're focusing on the positive, we're going to pull one card with some energetic support for each of the zodiacal signs. And since this is June, we're going to start with June and the Gemini. So for you, Gemini, the Ace of Pentacles, what a beautiful card. Possibility, tons and tons of future possibility. Not for a long term. It's a relatively short window, month or so, but a lot of positive, moving things forward, getting things started type of energy, and in the field of, or in the realm of business, money, finance, career, all of those types of practical matters. Okay. So there is this positive energy that is supporting you this month. And, you can use it from the perspective of maybe you have been thinking about starting a new project, but timing has not felt right. Or if you're looking at starting a new job or a new business, anything along those lines, this is great energy for you for this month, okay? For the Gemini. Cancer, we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a card of being lauded for something. The prodigal son, someone coming home in the tarot, in the Rider-Smith Waite deck. The image is of a man on a white steed prancing through this crowd. People are, yay you, kind of around this guy. So it's this energy of, he has been successful in whatever it is that he has been working toward. He has moved a project. He has been successful in war. Whatever activity he was in has been successful. So there's this energy of success, of action-oriented success for you that's available to support you this month. So think about how you want to use that. Do you want to use it to start a new business? Do you want to use it to earn a new world's record in hula hooping? Doesn't matter what it is. The energy for you to kind of be the rock star is there for you this month, okay? Leo. Leo looks like things are calming. There's some calming energy coming in that is here to support you for the month of June. We have the Six of Swords, and essentially the Six of Swords is a card that is all about moving from chaos into quiet, from a roiled sea to calm land. And yeah, and that's about it. I mean, it's a nice card. It shows that this energy is supporting you, that that potentially, if you have things in your life right now that are not feeling very stable, that are feeling uncomfortable, that are leaving you feeling anxious maybe, this is a good month. There is energy available to you to move things toward a little bit more of a calm situation. And you'll have to decide what tool to use to do that. Is it meditation? Is it art? Is it swimming, running, whatever it is. But that energy is available for you to use for your support this month. Virgo. Virgo, my workers. Virgo has the Eight of Pentacles, which is a lovely card. Basically a hard-working apprenticeship type of energy in this card. That high production mode type of energy in this card. Again, Pentacles, so very often focused on the material world. But yeah, just a lot of positive energy for whatever it is that you are trying to move forward. It's like you're going to have energy to create whatever it is that you need to create. Energy to, or maybe the focus better, to, sit down and plow through any kind of project. Sit down and plow through writing a book. Sit down and plow through learning how to build your own deck. Doesn't really matter, but there's that working, practical, clear energy available for you. And I just love that it came up for Virgo, since you guys are always such hard workers. Okay, Libra. Ace of Swords. All right, another ace. So we have available to you, Libra, positive momentum, positive energy, again, temporary energy, month or so, in the realm of swords, in the realm of ideas and thoughts and concepts. And this is a wonderful time to use for brainstorming, to really, really get clear on something, whatever it is that's been bothering you, that you've been wanting to work on, where you just haven't felt that you've had clarity around something. This is a great month for you to take advantage of this Ace of Swords energy. Positive, strong, clear, clarifying, and supportive for you. Okay, so just think about where you might be able to apply that. Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio. All right, so we have the Knight of Swords for you. And the Knight of Swords is very powerful energy, very dynamic, very, maybe dynamic is the best way to put it. It borders on, or can border on, frenetic, but it's just very, very high level of bzz type of energy. The Knight of Swords as a court card is sort of this card of having the energy and the mental clarity to know what needs to be done and just jump on in and do it. So if there is something going on for you this month that you're trying to figure out, or it's almost like maybe you're going to be drawn into something, like you will have this energy to help someone else do something. I sometimes think of this energy as controlled superhero energy, controlled smart superhero energy. The Knight is ready, willing, and able to jump into action, and because he is the Knight of Swords, he is thoughtful and he is smart, and he's the antithesis of the fool, right? When it comes to making plans, he has it figured out. And anyone that he helps is lucky because he has this ability, he has this clarity. So this energy is available to you at your whim this month. If you are a Scorpio, think about where you can apply it in the way that best works for you. Sagittarius. Wow, we have a lot of aces this month. Sagittarius is the Ace of Cups. Another temporary energy, month or so, new beginnings, Ace of Cups, emotion, romance, intuition, all of the warm, fuzzy cups things. So this could be coming up because you are ripe for entering a new relationship, or you are beginning a new spiritual journey. You are starting a new art project. All of these types of creative, intuitive, emotional things are being supported for you this month with this Ace of Cups energy. So think, where is it in your life that, intuition, emotion, creativity can be supported, and open yourself up to it because it's there for you. Capricorn, another ace. All 4 aces. Interesting. Ace of Wands. Again, beginnings, temporary positive energy. Wands are all about action, about movement. Ace of Cards is the card that you want to see when you're just beginning to build something, right? It's this positive, action-oriented movement in the direction that you want to go that's available to you to tap into on a temporary basis. So a new project, and it doesn't always have to be in the physical world because, wands are about action. So whatever it is in your life that you're trying to move forward and potentially something new to you, that is where this energy is here for support for you. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius, we have the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is a card of, some would say, dissatisfaction. A card of having things offered to us and turning them down for whatever reason. It's too this, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too big, it's too small, it's too soft, it's too hard. We're just in that kind of pissy mood. So that's the energy that we have that's available to support us this month. How about we look at this instead of as a negative, if we look at this as a positive, if we look at this card as an opportunity for discernment, as an opportunity to figure out what could be offered to you in that cup that would make you feel better, that would shift things for you, that would help you recognize that you have 4 full, beautiful cups sitting here, all at your disposal, and you're not seeing their value. You're not seeing their worth. So what is it in your life right now that mirrors this type of situation? This energy is asking you to look at, is there something around you that you're taking for granted? And if so, stop it. Be grateful for it, right? So this card, it's like an invitation to draw you back into, not like gratitude, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, but at least a recognition of what you have available to you, what resources you have available to you. Just a general reminder that, hey, things are sucky sometimes. And you have got a ton of support here for you. Please take advantage of it, is what this card is saying. So only you are going to be able to know where that fits in. But most of us have, I know I do, things that I take for granted that I get dissatisfied with or whatever. And while these types of cards are not necessarily fun in the same way maybe an Ace of Cups would be. It is a very helpful and a very loving card that is just saying, take a look at what you got. Okay. Pisces. 7 of Cups. Lots of choices for you. Each cup has a different choice. This energy of, oh my gosh, so many choices in my life. Which one do I choose? They all look good. They're all interesting. They all have something that could be taken a little bit too far in them. And then there's one that's a mystery. And that's the energy that you have available to you this month. It's like tons and tons of opportunity. But you need to be smart in making your choices. And you need to look at sometimes something seems like it's going to be an amazing thing, but it's like the opposite of a blessing in disguise. It's a negative thing in disguise. And, or a negative thing that seems like a blessing, or something that starts out as a blessing, but maybe doesn't end up there. And so this card is telling you that right now, you have a ton of choice available to you. That is the energy that's available. You can move toward heart, you can move toward brain, you can move toward wealth, you can move toward health or spirituality, whatever it is. It's here, but it's asking you to make a very conscious decision, to think about the choice that you're making and how it's going to impact things, rather than just choosing something because it seems like it would be the best thing in the world. Okay? Aries, the Hermit. Hermit energy, well, I'm kind of an introvert, so I love Hermit energy. Aries might be a little bit of a challenge for you, but it also might be kind of nice after, a crazy spring. So the Hermit is just simply energy that is giving us permission to withdraw, permission to go inside, permission to be quiet and away for a little while. And if it's coming up in terms of positive energy to support us, you, Aries, for the month of June, then I think that it is, it's coming up to say, hey, I'm here to support you. And my suggestion is to take some time. And Aries are often, you guys are pretty social and pretty dynamic people. And so it may not be a natural thing for you to take some time to be the hermit. But that's the energy that is here for you. And especially if it's not something that you are good at, it's something that you should explore, because there's just so much insight to be had when we're able to be alone and we're able to be quiet and with ourselves. So something somewhere, it's almost like there's something that wants to come out, and you're going to have to work with it, or work for it, with a little bit of quiet, maybe a little bit of meditation, for it to come through and be as supportive as it could for you this month. But it's a lovely, lovely card. And then the last card, we have Taurus. Taurus has a rockin' card this month. I love it. It is the Magician. The Magician can create whatever the Magician wants to create, mostly in the material realm, but he does have sort of his finger on the pulse of the spiritual realm as well. And he has available to him all of the tools of the tarot. He has cups, he has wands, he has swords, he has pentacles. And he has a dynamic enough energy and personality that he can use these core ingredients to create whatever it is he wants to create. So for the Taurus this month, there is this positive leadership energy, creativity energy, building, making, cultivating type of energy available to you for this month. And because it's the Magician, because it is a major arcana card, it's extra powerful. Same thing with the Hermit for the Aries. You know, it's just extra powerful. It holds that much more weight as a major arcana card. So yeah, Taurus, go out and get it this month. It's available to you. Whatever you decide you want, if you're willing to do the work, looks like you can have it. Okay? All right, so that is the month of June, energetically, for the collective and for each of the astrological signs. So last thing before we go, our reading of the month winner, free reading of the month winner is Nina. So Nina, I will be emailing you. Keep an eye on the email address that you used when you signed up at Moxie. That's the one that I will be emailing you. And I'll provide you some instructions for how to redeem your free reading, and we will take it from there. All right, everyone, you have a great week. Embrace some of this positive energy that's coming our way. Embrace some of the supportive energy that's here to work with us right now. We'll just let it do its thing. All right, you take care, be well, have a fantastic week, and I will talk to you soon.